Um, I cooking
Hey, good.
for my family.
Hey, that's pretty good. Do you like to cook?
Um, yes.
Wow. Hey, that's pretty good. And what do you mostly like to cook?
Um, salad.
Hey, that's so healthy. That's so delicious. What do you usually add in a salad? What are the ingredients?
Um, vegetables.
Wow.
Uh, um, mushroom, como hongos, no, como,
Yes, that's it.
sí. Um, and ingredients, I don't know.
It's okay. Some vegetables, for example, I don't know,
Yes,
tomato.
yes.
What
Onions,
about
onions.
onion? That's
Avo-
delicious.
avocado.
Wow, very good. What about beetroot?
Fruit.
Oh, yes. Hey, that's so delicious. Well, some people used to cook some salads with apple, for example, strawberry, yogurt, and that's delicious.
Okay.
Hey, that's great, Marlene. Thank you very much. All right. So, guess what? Today we are going to talk about risks. And the question is, are you a risk taker? Are you the kind of persons, the kind of people who dare to do changes on their lives? What is your reaction before risks? Risk,
Mm,
riesgo.
yes. Como que, ¿qué fue lo que aprendí después de haber tomado riesgo? Algo así, ¿no?
Or how easy is for you to take a risk?
Sometimes it's easy, but sometimes it's difficult.
Oh, yes, I think so. Well, for example, well, I think that all of the time we are making decisions and we are taking risks. The first decision and the first risk is to select a career, to decide what you are going to study. The risk could be that you don't like it, that you regret and you say, "Oh no, this is not my major." I think that it is the first risk we formally take. What about you? Has it been difficult for you to make decisions?
Yes. My difficulty is take the decision. uh, because um, como digo, tengo miedo como de hacer algo.
I am afraid
I am afraid
of doing.
of doing, como para lograrlo, de lograr algo.
Uh, Hey, that's okay. Yes. I think that to be afraid is something natural. So natural. We all are afraid of something. And
Okay.
tell me, have you taken any important risk?
Impult, ¿qué? What?
Have you,
Impult.
yeah, have you taken any important risk?
Mm, eh, in my study or in my life or
Be in your study or in your life?
okay.
Well, for example, in my case, I took a very important risk in my life when I started working in Ilse because I I was not with technology and I didn't know anything about working online. And for me, it was something new. It was something different. But I decided that I wanted to do it. I wanted to learn. And so I did. What about you? Have you made any important decision?
Ah, okay. In my work, I like como, como hacer un buen trabajo o como hablar inglés y como realizar bien mis tareas en el trabajo.
Okay, let's try to do it in English, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, so yes, it is important to decide to do something good. And you took the risk of learning another language. It is a risk because it is something new and we don't know if we are going to do it, if we are going to be able to do it or not.
Ahí está en el cuarto.
Okay. Just
Ah, okay.
you have two ways. The first one is that you can stay the course, you can continue in the same way that you live, or you have also the decision of
Mi hijo se
taking
le
a
está dando
risk.
el teléfono que su tía.
So those are two decisions that we can make. Okay, so what do you usually decide when you have a risk, when you have to make a decision?
Así se compran las cosas.
Do you ever decide to stay the course or do you very usually decide to take a risk?
Eh, side, ¿qué significa side?
Decide, decidir,
The side.
decide.
I learn other language.
Hey, that's great. That was a great decision.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's it. In a big decision, we can win or we can lose. That's the risk. Okay, let's continue with the next image. Okay, look at this. This is the process for making a decision. We have a situation. And in this case, AG says hello to them. Here we have two possibilities. The first possibility is that Dan may hi back, and then Aki is going to have a reward. The reward is that Aki and Dan become great friends. Is that Aggie says hello to Dan, Dan may ignore Aggie, and the risk is that Aggie is hurt and embarrassed. That's kind of like the process of a risk. Okay? So, have you taken any risk? Maybe to make any friend, to decide about a job, to change, to change the place where you live, to move to another house. So, what about you? Eh, Tell me, please, was it a risk for you to decide to learn how to speak English? Well, let's see. In the life, we have many difficulties. We have many situations that can be a risk. Let's go to the chat, okay? Are you in the chat? Marlene, hello.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, can you see the chat?
Yes.
Excellent. Here we are in the chat. You know, by the chat, we can practice grammar, spelling, and so it is easier also to participate. Okay, so let's write a list of the risky situations. Okay, I'm going to write the direction in the screen. Okay. Let's make a list of risky situations. Okay.
Mm,
For example, Marlene, excellent. To learn a language.
learns to cook, como cocinar, o no son esos riesgos, no.
Yes, they are. To learn to cook. I have another example.
O como más take decision of my life.
Yes. For example, to get married is a risk. You can be happy or you can be unhappy. That's a risk.
O comprar algo.
Excellent. Yes.
To,
Hmm.
yes, no.
Yes, excellent. To buy,
To buy a car,
it's a risk.
a house.
Excellent. To buy a house. To get a job.
Okay.
In a
Como,
job. Yes. I'm sorry.
excuse me, es como tener un trabajo.
Yes. In a job, for example, let's suppose that you apply for a job in a company, and it is a risk because you can be very happy in your work, or you can be unhappy. You may not like it.
Okay.
What else? Another risky situation. When you go party, to go party is also a risk because you can be very happy at the party. You can have fun, or you can be bored. Yes.
I do a trip, hacer un viaje.
Oh, yes, excellent. To do a trip.
To do.
Well, to take a trip.
Or take.
To take a trip.
Okay.
Take a trip. What else? To buy a dress. You know what? I remember that time ago, I liked very much a beautiful dress. And I said, ah, this is a color that I haven't worn yet. And so the risk is that I may not look very well in my new dress, or I may look very beautiful. And so I took the risk and I bought my dress. And guess what? I didn't like it. I didn't like how I looked in that dress. But anyway, I decided to take the risk and I bought it. Have you taken any risk buying something? Eh, what happens if, for example, I decide to, to have a pet, to have a puppy dog or a cat? Is that a risky situation?
On to care a pet on.
Yeah, to have a pet.
I risk or how to care.
Uh-huh.
I go good or bad.
Yes, that's it. For example, I will talk to you about my dog. I adopted a dog, and it was a risk because the dog was very little. It was a baby dog, a puppy dog. And so I took the risk because I didn't know if the dog had already been vaccinated, vacunas.
Okay, okay.
And guess what?
All care of your animal or pet.
Yes. And guess what? The little dog didn't have any vaccines. And very soon, my beautiful dog got sick. And after 2 weeks, my dog died. So I was very sad. I was really sad because my puppy dog died, but it was the risk because I didn't know if he had all of the vaccinations or he didn't. And yes, my dog died. I was very sad, but it was a
Okay.
risk.
Okay.
Okay, so could you think about any difficult situation to decide, any difficult decision?
All this is risk.
Yes, you're right. Why? You're okay, you're right, but why?
Reward.
Yes, that's it. You're right. Whenever we make any decision, we can have a reward or we can't take a risk. So there are two possibilities in everything we do. Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
let's see the next. Well, this is what I think. In life, you don't risk anything. You risk everything because in all of the things that we do, there is a risk. But if you don't risk anything, you risk everything because you can not have the reward. So the most dangerous for this is
Allá con esa
that you
señora.
don't have the opportunity of knowing if you will win or not.
Okay, it's important lost the como perder el miedo.
That's it. As you said, when you decided to learn any language like English, you had a risk. So we have to risk most of the times, lose fear, and do things. They can be very rewarding.
Okay.
Okay, and so please tell me now, how do you feel? Do you
Feel,
feel, yeah, how do you
feel
feel?
es como sentir o qué pasa.
Yes, that's it.
I happy after I como haber logrado un riesgo, y me siento
Uh-huh.
feliz.
Yes, how do you feel?
I am happy. I am como haber tenido ¿qué? Desafiado algo.
Yeah, whenever you challenge something and you got the grade, you get your goal, then it is rewarding.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Marlene, I don't know if you want to say any commentary, if you want to make any question. No, don't you have any question or any commentary?
Chat in the chat.
Yes, or if you want to speak.
Okay.
Okay, well, yes, if you don't have any commentary or if you don't have any question, then, well, I thank you so much for your attention, for your attendance, and for your participation. And have a very good night. Meet you next week. Hello.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay, thank you
Thank
very
you for
much.
your conversation with me.
Thanks to you.
Como me cuesta perder como el miedo y la inseguridad de que no voy a decir bien las cosas.
Ah, it's okay, don't worry. Sabes, bueno, quisiera comentarte, esta clase precisamente es pensada para evitar que ustedes sigan teniendo ese miedo. Es una charla entre amigos, es una forma de utilizar el idioma para expresar algunas ideas y poco a poco, precisamente la asistencia constante a la clase nos ayuda a ir construyendo fluidez, a perder el miedo. Por supuesto que si yo veo un error muy grave que ustedes deban corregir de gramática o de...
Sí, Miss, es que eso es lo que a mí me cuesta.
no te preocupes, Marlene. Sí, la intención precisamente es que ustedes se atrevan a usar el idioma para comunicarse y entonces empiecen a perder el miedo. Okay, well, Thank you very much, Marlene. Have a very good night.
Good night, Miss. Thank you.
Thank you. Meet you next class.
Okay, Miss. Good night.
Good night.